Hello guys and welcome back to the Motor Recon podcast. I'm your host Adam. I'm joined again today by Rob. What we're going to do today is just look through some of the silly things we've come across over the years actually in regards to car accessories. Now you've probably seen it on many different things. You've probably even looked through it yourself going through Amazon or any other eBay, anything like that, and you've just come across things you think, why on earth has somebody even bothered to make that?
I will say though,
someone buying it.
we have come across a couple of ones that we actually thought, yeah, we'd actually buy that.
Yeah, so we've got a few little here, but most of them are dreadful. But
Yeah.
some of them are actually quite useful. It turns out when we found it, like, what? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, you can use it for this, that, and that. So we're just going to kick off with a couple that we have seen. This is, just to disclose, this is all we found these on Amazon. This is not anything.
No, we haven't gone
just,
searching.
No, it's just the main shopping site in the country that most people use.
Yep.
So the first one we're going to kick off with. Now, this is something you may have seen on people's cars, or sometimes you'll see cars come with like ambient lighting around the interior of the car.
Yeah.
Some of them look really good.
No, it does,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. When it's fitted by the manufacturer, I often think that it adds that nice atmosphere to the car. I know that it's a small detail on yours that mine doesn't have that I think makes a big difference, and it's the one little piece that I wish I had, which is across the glove box.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little strip light underneath there, and it really does make a difference, especially at night when you're driving around. It's just glowing up, and also in our cup holders, there's just a little red strip going round.
Yeah, I do have that, and I have found that quite useful, as you say, because if you are driving at night, obviously the cabin's dark, and you might have a beverage or whatever, it just sort of makes sure you get it into the cup holder. It's not actually a bad idea.
No, which makes perfect sense. Now then, the first accessory we've found across, this is $12.99, this is in pounds, $12.99, you can buy this on Amazon, and it's a 5 metre, so 16 foot of cold interior trim, decorative atmosphere neon light.
Yes.
Now, this has to plug in somewhere in your car. Now, the one it looks like it comes with is, it does actually go into the fuse box, which is fine, so you can hide it away. However, you've got to trail 16 feet of lighting around your car.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, by the looks of this, it looks like you can choose all sorts of different colours. So, obviously, for this demonstration, we've got the cold blue up. But, because for me, I would be interested in putting a small line of LED lights round my glove box. So, I would be, where obviously it comes on yours. So, I would choose the red one, for example, and put the small line on.
Yeah, match with your
Match it with the cup holder. The trouble is, I don't want to be rolling then a ton of lining all the way back to the fuse box. Well, no. It would be brilliant if it came with, like the little batteries.
Yeah, watch battery.
Exactly, a little watch battery that I could tuck away into the glove box, so I could just feed the line into the glove box and tuck it away.
Yeah, and forget about it.
Yeah, because
on this particular example, they've actually used a VW interior. Not sure which one. I'm guessing Golf. Looking at it, but they've got the strip lighting all the way around the top of the dashboard, so around where the instrument cluster is. It goes all the way along the front of the dash to the passenger side, right around the air vent, back along the bottom, around the screen in the middle, and below this bottom of the instrument cluster, around the door panel, around the centre console where the sort of gearbox is and all your heating controls, and then back underneath on the bottom line around your glove box and down through the centre console. It's a bit much.
It is a bit much, and it looks like they really have used all 5 metres of it as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can cut this at any point and obviously use less of it.
I'm also curious how the centre console actually connects up with the rest of this.
You'll be able to see it down there.
But I mean, as in that goes around here, but I don't see it returning the other way.
I think it'll be hidden down there.
I'm sure there'll be a way to do it, but
I've run a few wires through my car, and it's quite easy to get them out.
I suppose that's the thing. Once you've got the panels off, you can tuck them in the panels if you have them in places you don't want them to be seen.
Yeah,
so,
which makes complete sense.
Yeah, for me, if I could find one which was a small length that I could put underneath my glove box. It'd only need to be 30 centimetres or so. With a small battery I could attach into it from a watch.
For what you could do is just get the kit that's on my car from factory and just fit it, because it will fit.
Yeah.
And that will go to your fuse box anyway, because like mine is.
No, I'm sure there'll probably be an empty fuse for it somewhere, won't there?
Yeah,
so it's just
if not, there's plenty of others you can use.
Yeah.
Another one we're going to look at really quickly, Because we actually saw this a few weeks ago. It just got advertised to me on Facebook on them random advertisements you get. You think, what? In some respects, I get it. So what this is, it's a plastic clip that sits above your instrument cluster. Your phone lies on it, and then either reflects an image up onto the piece of glass or somehow or other using the specific app, and then it puts the heads-up display in front of you.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Now, in principle, a heads-up display, not a bad idea if it's built into your car.
Yeah, I think the trouble with it is, I'm not entirely certain how well it'll work out in the real world.
No, to be fair, actually, I have read some of the reviews on this, and in particular, a lot of them do say it doesn't work if there's a lot of light around.
Maybe glare.
Yeah, glare and things like that. So it doesn't work in that instance, and obviously if you're driving anywhere that's not England and there's a bit of sun, you're not going to be able to see it.
And in all honesty, I have never really found it that intrusive to have my phone clipped with the sat-nav going, towards the door side, to one side. I usually have it in portrait. We hold it in portrait.
Yeah.
And I've never really found that distracting.
No, mine's on a window suction mount, and it just magnets onto it, and it's just there, and it's perfectly fine. This, though, however, obviously it looks really cheap for one thing. It's not. It's £64, which is expensive when you consider you just get a phone mount for, I don't know, £5.
Yeah, for me, no.
I also think as well, the way this is mounted, so if you imagine your instrument cluster and you've got the sort of the shape over the top, like where the top of your dashboard, I guess, isn't it? Just to match the shape of your steering wheel. It just sort of plonks on top of there. There doesn't seem to be anything sticking it on or gripping it on or anything like that.
I also feel that with it being mounted on top of your instrument cluster, on the dashboard, looking at some of the pictures, it's quite high up.
It is very
into
high
your
up.
line of sight. On certain cars which might have a certain, like a big cover over their instrument dials for whatever reason, I can imagine it actually being more intrusive than just having it in a phone mount off towards the side somewhere, to be honest.
Yeah. However, I should think to this one, I think there is a much better alternative. I personally would not choose it.
Yes.
But I think it is a much better alternative. So what this is, over the top of where your instrument cluster is, on obviously the little oval above it, this slides underneath the bottom and the top, and it's like a little pincer clip.
Yeah.
So you press it down at the back, lift it up, slide your phone in, and then your phone screen is directly in front of you rather than this heads-up display.
I think the advantage this gives you over a standard phone holder put off to one side is it holds your phone in landscape as opposed to portrait. So you get to see a little bit more width-wise of your sat-nav.
Yeah.
So that is one of the potential benefits of having this. But I also feel that, again, it's a lot cheaper as well.
This is $10.99.
Yeah, so
which is more reasonable. This is a normal phone holder sort of price.
The other benefit is as well, I don't think there's risks of it working are there, because obviously if you use Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever, well, it'll still just work because you're just seeing your phone screen.
Yeah.
The disadvantage is this might be even more intrusive than the heads-up
because you're just looking at your phone.
You're just looking at your phone, and I think you're less tempted to look at your phone off to one side unless it's for sat-nav related issues. Obviously, when you're driving it, it's thoroughly recommended you turn off all your texts and alerts and things. Really smart idea.
Yeah,
I don't do it into driving mode, but it's a smart idea so the distractions aren't there. But I feel off to one side, it's less of a distraction than being directly in front of you.
I don't find myself looking at mine anyway, unless I'm just thinking I'm still on the right track. kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I have one thing I will say, obviously, just on Google Maps, when the text alerts do come up and they're blocking what you're doing when you're trying to come to a junction, really annoying.
Well, that's the thing. And as you say, isn't there a driving function now?
I think
exactly.
There is, yeah.
So that's ideal for this sort of situation.
It just puts it in like do not disturb for the period you're driving. But I think I wouldn't personally choose it, but I think that is a much better alternative, and obviously 6 times cheaper than the heads-up display, which is unlikely to work all the time.
Yes.
Now this one, I know it's Rob's personal favourite. I think he's actually going to order this straight away as soon as we finish this episode. It's a dual USB sort of crystal diamante. I think that's the best way to call it. Is like, imagine it's obviously not Swarovski, but fake Swarovski crystal around the edge where the USBs are, and then it plugs into your cigarette lighter or your 12-volt socket, and you've got 2 USBs.
I hate it so much. though.
But you were just saying you were going to order it off microphone. Honestly, he's going to order this, I promise you.
It's terrible, isn't it?
So this is $7.99, so you can make yourself look like a right mug if someone else gets in your car.
No, the next topic we're going on to, obviously you'll realise that my tastes are quite understated as a person. I try and keep things quite low key. So for me, this is the alternative to what I would be interested in.
Yeah, the exact name of this, if anyone is interested, is the Savari Car Adapter Bling Bling Rhinestone Crystal for fast charging.
Well,
it has the name Bling Bling in the title. It's obviously going to be a dreadful thing.
Look, don't get me wrong. I think the charging facilities for USB out of your 12-volt socket is a great idea.
Yeah, I'm nothing against that.
If you don't have a USB port in your car for maybe, it's a bit old for that or something, I would thoroughly recommend you buy a USB charging point that goes into there for your phone. Just for me, not with the rhinestone crystals for the bling bling.
I don't know. I think you could pull it off greatly. I think it would suit that down to the ground. So, next one. This one actually is a useful
We both actually like this one, to be fair.
Now, being a glasses wearer myself, obviously, I actually have to have prescription sunglasses. So I can't always have them either on my face or to the side or whatever. So these ones are called Fine Good Glasses Holders. What they do is they slide over the top of your sun visor. It comes down before you can do it on the passenger side. Obviously, if you don't want it directly in front of your face, you can't for various reasons. But it slides over the top, and your sunglasses, they just slot over.
Yeah.
And they hold them there perfectly.
Now, you see, I actually don't mind these, and I quite like the sort of fake carbon fibre motif going on as well.
Yeah,
I actually quite like it. I think it looks quite good. All joking aside, I'm not a regular glasses wearer, so this isn't as much of an issue for myself. But what I will definitely say is I hate having to go into the glove box to get my sunglasses out, because if you live in the UK, you'll be well aware that the weather is, shall we call it, interchangeable. And it can change at any minute. So I might be setting off on a long drive, it's thoroughly overcast, so I'm not wearing any sunglasses. But then the sun comes out, it's in your eyes or whatever. I can't go into the glove box and root it out of the little case it comes in and gets it out, because it's dangerous. You can't do that. So this would be perfect.
Yeah.
In the summer. So you just slide them along, bam, on. I quite like that.
Yeah, for me that actually would be useful, because mine are in my sunglasses, obviously prescription ones, are in a glasses case in my centre console. Yeah. So I have to literally, if you are driving, lift that up, trying to do your driving as well.
No, it's not. It's not safe.
Unzip your case.
Yeah, not
get
safe.
It out. I know anyone watching would just be like, why don't you just pull over? Like, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Obviously, with the weather changing so quickly or whatever, and obviously, yes, if you have to do that, pull over. It's certainly the smart thing to do.
Well, actually, one thing, the best use I would say for this, one thing I always get caught over is, particularly in winter. I know you'll have this obviously all over the world. I don't know. You leave work or whatever, or you go into work in the morning. It's absolutely tipping it down with rain.
Yeah.
Black clouds everywhere, they're all dark, everything, you won't need your sunglasses. And then after about 5 minutes of driving, it all stops, the sun comes out, and then the reflection off the road.
Winter sun.
Yeah, winter sun. The sun is really low anyway, so it's in your eyes constantly. The sun visor doesn't do it, and also it's reflecting off the wet ground.
Yeah.
So you just, no matter where you look, you're blinded.
Rapid deployment of sunglasses. We like that one.
For $6.99,
yeah,
I think that is probably a little thing that everyone could use.
We like that one.
Now, another one Rob's definitely buying. The InBed's Car Charm Beautiful Daisy Flower Air Vent Decorations. And it actually says in the title, Cute Automotive Interior Trim. Now, I look at you and think you'd love some cute automotive interior trim. They look like, they are little sort of daisies, and there's about 4 or 5 of them. They just clip onto your air vents.
Now, there's actually something that irritates me about this one.
It's blocking the air vent.
It's blocking the air vent. In the middle of summer, when you want that cool and refreshing breeze of the air conditioning you probably paid extra for, turn it on, blocked by a daisy.
Yeah, or in winter, you're freezing cold, you want the heat coming out to heat you up, you can't because it's blocked by a daisy.
No. Sorry, not for me.
You're getting wafted with summer ambient smell but you're not getting any of the actual air.
If you are to put a daisy in your car and you want to put that motif in, just get some stickers for the dashboard or something that goes around the outside of the vents that stick on, maybe.
Or don't put daisies in your car.
Or don't, yeah, but I don't really see the point in I mean, you can get phone holders that go onto the air vents as well, and I've always struggled with those because again, I'm blocking my air vent.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Well, do you know what? I had one. Do you know how long it lasted before I took it off? 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like I put my phone on. Well, now I can't feel my air flowing.
I'll tell you what, the
Take it
one
off.
I have at the moment, which one of our friends also has, he recommended it to me, and I can recommend it to other people because it's been brilliant. It's a Belkin one.
Yeah.
And it's been really solid. I'll give it that.
Well, I've got the Mega Mounts one again, which got recommended from somebody on YouTube. You'll probably know who he is if you're in the automotive world. It literally is just a tiny little thin brick. You've got a magnet in the back of your case on your phone. Bang on, it is solid. Quick deployment, there's no faffing around trying to put it in, just jump, you could throw it at it and it'd catch it.
That's really good.
Really strong, and they're only cheap, I think they're only about a tenner.
Oh, bargain.
Again, I'm going to buy these for Christmas. So, this specifically is for VW, it does state, but I'm sure it would fit other cars as well. The Winter Warm plush handbrake cover, gear shift cover, and steering wheel cover accessory pack.
We're looking at pictures of this in hot pink.
Yes, it is available in other colours, so you can get a more subtle white one, or a black one, or even a brown
is that a
one.
mustard one?
It is. There's a mustard yellow one.
Oh.
So I don't know why anybody needs this, because I don't touch my gear lever, even in winter, and go, "Ooh, that's cold."
You know, it is interesting on one thing though. Obviously, you'll have heard on the show if you've been listening for a while now. My first car was a Citroen C1, and it came with like a Citroen Berlingo van gear lever.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it did the job. It worked. But a couple of years back, I decided I'm going to spruce this up a bit and I'm going to get myself a nice gear lever. Citroen happened to sell like a cut aluminium gear lever that you obviously you screw onto the Citroen C1. You've used it. It's nice as gear levers go.
Yeah.
It felt really nice because obviously it's like a milled aluminium job,
which is available on some older supercars.
However, the trouble with it was in winter it got unbelievably cold.
I can see that.
Obviously, after 5 minutes of driving, you warmed up, but I wouldn't then go to the extreme of putting this sort of fluffy cover over it.
Well, given in their example, it's literally for a specific car, which is looks like, again, it is a VW. I don't know what model.
that might be an up.
No, it's that don't have the triangle on the dash. It'd be a
okay.
Polo or something, won't it, or a Beetle perhaps? But they don't have metal. Have metal gear.
I don't see many modern cars that come with sort of billet aluminium gear levers. I wish they did.
Yeah.
I'll say that right now. Like, one of the gear levers that I loved was when we went to Goodwood and we saw the Bullet Mustang and it had like the cue ball gear lever.
Yeah,
that was
nice.
Amazing.
And on this one as well, you can use it on your handbrake. And again, most handbrakes are either fake leather or plastic, not metal. So and also you don't. How often are you using your handbrake? I might
add as well, from this picture, it looks like it's obscuring the button on the top.
It does as well.
So. Yeah.
Nicely pointless thing there. I can't see why anyone would want that, but it is £2.75 for the job lot with free delivery.
That's amazing. That's what you got.
For the price.
For the price.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone's making money on that.
Oh, God. Sticking with the diamond motif, the next one we're on to is a leather steering wheel cover with a bling bling universal kit, but the bit we're looking at in the moment is the handbrake cover for this.
Bling bling.
Bling bling, yeah. It's not great, if I'm being honest. Oh, God. What
was that? I didn't see that the first time we... Oh, wow.
Turns out there's all sorts of these accessories you can buy. So we're looking at a steering wheel cover, which is bling bling.
Which they've obviously tried to blur out that logo there. It's obvious what it is.
Yeah. But we were specifically looking at the handbrake cover for this, which is just covered with these sort of like crystal things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it just makes it really chunky and unergonomic to hold, doesn't it?
Not even that. You'll like this. Rather than just sliding over like an actual cover, it's clearly Velcroed at the bottom, in the middle, so you wrap it round it, so there's just a big chunk underneath of material hanging out.
But it also looks like they've got these crystal type sunglasses. Well,
sun visor.
Yeah, sun visor covers. Oh, God, there's like seatbelt covers for this stuff.
Yeah, and I can use it. Oh, wow.
It's incredible, isn't it?
That is unique.
Very much so.
I wouldn't ever buy that.
No, neither
For
would I.
£3.59.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not being robbed.
No, but I'd rather eat the money. I'd actually rather eat the money than have that in my car.
Yeah, not my style.
Not for me. Next one, however, very useful.
Yeah, we love this.
I actually do have some in my car, not the specific make, but
No,
I've got little wire clips.
As you say, it's something that probably irritates everyone, this, to be fair.
Yeah. So you're obviously, most people these days have car chargers, have a phone wire in their car to charge the phones on the move, or if you're using it as a sat nav, obviously you keep it plugged in so it doesn't die when you get to the other end. What these are the little cable holders and tie clips that these sort of sticky, I'm guessing 3M sort of sticky pads to the dashboard or wherever you want to put them.
Yeah.
And then your wire just sits in it nicely. You don't have to like glue them in or stick them on.
Brilliant.
It just fits in, and if you want to get the wire out, just lift it up and pull out.
No, brilliant. I love these. These have been knocking about for a while for desks. So, yeah, I mean, I've seen these for desks
I've got
before.
them on here, underneath here and on the back here for this USB.
So, love it. Yeah. A good little thing for $179 plus free delivery. That's a fantastic
And you get 8 of them.
Yeah, and 8 as well, which is more than that I would need.
Yeah,
so.
I personally use them. I think I use 4 just because it's a really long wire.
Good way to, contour it up.
Mine actually comes out our USB slot in the centre. It goes round sort of the gearbox around, but like hidden sort of underneath these little clips. And then goes around underneath the steering column, around, up, into my door rubber, and then out of the side.
Brilliant.
But I use them to keep it...
Yeah, to keep it contoured, keep it in line. Yeah, brilliant.
Really good idea.
Brilliant.
I highly recommend those. And then last but not least, another one that... Actually, it's not last one. I see we've got a few left. But another one we'd actually have.
Definitely, yeah.
So... I don't know, the best way to describe it is a Velcro net.
Yeah, it's a Velcro net which sticks onto any surface in your car. So obviously you need to think about... Yeah, that's cloth, obviously. But you can imagine, obviously... We get a couple of these for free in your boot usually, don't you? Obviously to the sides. But for me, I could do with a couple more, actually.
Yeah.
I could do with a couple more because you put things like, as you say, in this example on the pictures, there's fire extinguishers that they've got. There's like car care kits. For me, I currently keep my first aid kit in one of these.
Of course you have a first aid kit in your boot.
It's important.
Yeah.
Again, everybody should have one. You never know when you need it.
That's true. I've got some plasters, to be fair.
So the first aid kit's in my current one, but I would like another one to keep my road sort of safety stuff in. So maybe my high-vis vest.
It's better than what I've got.
You know.
I've got a duffel bag. Which does not look suspicious when someone
doesn't look at all bad.
But to be fair, I've got everything in it. I've got like my tyre pump. I've got like all my cleaning stuff. I've got my whistle. Literally, I've got my high-vis jacket. All that kind of stuff. It's all in just a duffel bag stuffed in my boot. But I think that would be much tidier. It's not taking up anywhere near as much room.
Yeah, I would love it.
And I am genuinely going to order some of these as soon as we finish this episode because I actually going to get rid of the bag and use that instead.
No, it's a good purpose, and it's more of an easy access. Again, if you've broken down on the hard shoulder, it's just there, ready to go.
Yeah,
pull them out.
At the moment, I've got my ice scraper. I've only used it once this year so far, apart from obviously earlier on, like coming up now to winter again. Yeah. I've only used it once. But my ice scraper was somewhere in my bag. It was buried under all sorts.
Yeah, just leave it in one of these nets, yeah. So we like that one.
Very good idea. I'd have that. Now, this one's questionable. I can see some uses for some bits of it. So what it is, it's a car back seat organizer kit. Now, it specifically says it's for maps and things like that, or it's got like a table pull down on it and whatnot. In the example, it shows it with an iPad on the tray table. Fair enough.
Yes, you can see reasons for
if you've got kids in the back or whatever, absolutely fine. And even the sort of cup holders / bottle holders.
Yes.
Totally reasonable. Each one of them, in this example, has a tissue box underneath.
Okay.
Fair enough. I don't know what you can do in the back of your car, but, the kids might want it. But it also shows 2 glass bottles.
Yeah, a bar.
A bar that's just sat on the table. Now, if you're driving and you brake or you accelerate hard or anything like that, that's just going to come flying off.
Yeah, I must admit that. I mean, as you say, some of these things I do understand. I think the fold down sort of work surface is quite useful. You may laugh, but if you're a businessman, for example,
Yeah.
And you need an emergency sort of put your desk up. But in that situation, you probably just go to a coffee shop or something.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
or if you're driving,
if you're driving, you're pulling to a service station. So yeah, even then I'm struggling with that. I mean, I think if you've got kids having pouches on the back of the seats, we saw a couple of other examples online of some perhaps more practical ones where they get rid of the fold down table and just make it more storage netting.
So yeah, I probably prefer the other one, but I don't know. I think I could see for someone using that if you have kids, it might be useful, but other than that, probably not.
As I said, I mean, I've never really run into an issue like this myself before, so yeah.
Yeah, straight on for that. So, the next little topic we're going to do from this one is, I don't know, bad cars from manufacturers that should know better.
Yeah.
Well, what we think are bad anyway, obviously everything's subjective, that we spec them to sort of look a bit more what we would like or how we would actually have the car. So the first one I chose, obviously, again, long-time listeners or long-term viewers will know that we are both actually a big fan of Ford.
We are.
As are many people in the world. They do make fantastic cars, always winning the awards for like the best hot hatches, even some like the best cars when it comes to the ST. They've praised it above many, many, many other sports cars.
They have a very prestigious history as well for some people who like classics.
Exactly, yeah. The Sierras and the Escorts, they go absolutely nuts. However, what they've done now, obviously they've had a few little blips at the minute, but the one I've picked is the Ford EcoSport.
We both hate this.
Now, this, I don't know what, I'm assuming it's available all over Europe. I'm not sure if it's available in America or not. But what this basically is a Fiesta chassis with, it's been jacked up, put in a tiny little SUV body, so it's no more spacious, and then still got the one little 1 litre engine in it. That why on earth in a car that big? I don't think it'll do much, but hey ho. And they've sort of just left it at that.
And they've called it the EcoSport.
Yeah. Now, SUVs are renowned. They are not sporty cars. Even the best of the best sporty SUVs that you consider, I don't know, maybe like a Porsche Cayenne or X5M or something, they're not sporty cars.
But also, I guarantee my Fiesta ST line is a reasonable comparison to that with regards to same engine.
Yeah.
I guarantee my Fiesta's better to drive than that. So it's not sporty.
No, because it's too high up to be sporty.
Up.
I don't even think it's four-wheel drive, so it's not really an SUV. So it's no good in slight off-road situations.
And it's going to be heavier than the Fiesta as well.
Yeah.
So where's its economical advantage?
Yeah. It's not even any more room. If you get a 5-door Fiesta, because it's built on a Fiesta chassis, it's the same length pretty much.
It's just higher up.
Just higher up. And it's hideous to look at. It is not a good-looking car. It kind of looks like a mini Cougar in a way.
It's gopping.
Yeah, it's got a big grille. But I just...
No,
I don't
neither
understand.
of us like this.
But so what we did was we thought, can we spec this in a way... Obviously, we wouldn't buy it, but could we make it less offensive on your eyes?
I think we've achieved that.
Yeah, genuinely, I think we have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to cost you a whole £25,300, which is way too expensive for this car.
Yeah.
So, the one we've done is a few little options. So I've put the lightning blue colour on it, which is a £500 option. Now, this actually does go with a contrast black roof, which, as a colour scheme, not bad.
I also feel that with more of the stealthy roofline, it actually helps to take a bit of the height off it.
It does. It does. Obviously, it doesn't.
Obviously, we're doing the best we can here.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs here, aren't we? So, lightning blue, nice colour. It's a premium colour, which is why it's £500 extra with the contrast black roof. Again,
it's worth it.
Yeah, worth doing if you are, for whatever reason, inclined to buy this as a car. We've also gone for the 18-inch alloy wheels with the shadow black machine finish. Again, really, really good-looking alloys. I can't knock them for that.
I'd certainly have them on a Fiesta.
I think that,
they should be that sort of style.
They should be available on more cars. Very nice. Can't knock them for that. And obviously, the alloys really do change the way a car looks.
Yeah.
In that sense. Rear privacy glass. That is not essential, but I don't want to be seen in it if I'm in the back.
True.
And your passengers, I'm sure they don't either. But I just also, again, it sort of blends into that dark roof line.
Again, trying to take that height off.
Take the height off the car, which I am all for. And also, it was 250 quid. I'm sure you can get it done cheaper after, but it's not done from factory, is it? Another thing we did pick, just because it's the only criticism I've really got of the Fiesta is the normal headlights, before they've now obviously got LED on the new ones, is they're not very bright.
Yeah, even in my 7.5 spec, they're not up to much.
No, unless you obviously have LED headlights now, which they do in most cases.
Of course,
they are much brighter.
Ours were obviously it's not up
so
to
we've gone
much,
for the high intensity discharge HID headlamps. Now these obviously again have your normal thing where if you turn right, you'll turn right, and obviously if there's someone coming the other way, it'll blank out half of your high beam, so you don't have to ever take it off. Quite a good idea, but they are £500.
Yes.
Not the cheapest option, but I think also as well the way they look at the front of the car are slightly better. They give it a bit more of a sort of shape.
It's more of an aggressive stance.
An aggressive light, which again, every little helps on this thing. Openable sunroof. From the outside really doesn't affect the looks of the car, but obviously I think if you want to go in, it's a bit of a better driving experience if you get the wind coming in and it's a bit nice, because you're not going to be driving it fast, let's face it.
That's the thing. You don't want to be in there.
No.
Neither of us want to be in there, so we might as well have something interesting happening.
Yeah, a bit of wind coming in.
Exactly.
And also, again, just to distract you from being in there, we've gone for the Bang & Olufsen in-car premium audio system.
Yes.
They are renowned for great stereos. I'm sure it's good. I haven't heard it personally. Actually, I have on the new Fiesta. It is a good sound system. Can't argue with that. It's only £450, which that I know that's a lot of money, but for these upgraded stereo systems, I know in particular, I think in the Audi RS6, the new one is $6,000 for the upgraded speakers. Again, I'm assuming it'll be better, but it's Meridian, I think.
I will say as well, I would rather pay the £450 for the Bang & Olufsen stereo system over keyless entry, which were like £300 or something.
We didn't pick the keyless entry just because it is a...
Look, I've got it. You've got it, but I wouldn't pay for it. For me, I wouldn't, because I still need the key anyway, so...
Yeah. And also, as well, it just makes your car easier to nick.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one's going to be nicking this unless you really want to blend in. Actually, but you won't blend in because no one has one. And then the last one we went for was just the comfort pack. So that includes things like your heated steering wheels, I think heated seats and things like that as well.
Again, just making it more of a pleasant place to be.
Just more of a pleasant place to be. Yeah. So actually, to be fair, the price on the road, if you were to go and buy this car now with no haggling, is £25,300. Way too expensive, wouldn't pay that for it in a million years.
No.
But I think we've made that car more appealing.
Agree. No, I think we've done a decent job on that.
Yeah, I can't complain with that for what we've done with the budget we had. So I'll let you go on to... This was Rob's choice of car. I also agree with him on the fact that I don't like it. But I've let you design this one.
So one of the manufacturers I've always liked, Bentley. So they made some fantastic cars throughout history. Again, they're Le Mans racing, and also obviously with the most current Bentley Continental and the Flying Spur. We both love those.
Very nice car.
Ironically, I would definitely have the Flying Spur over this.
Yeah.
Without question. I'm talking about the Bentley Bentayga. Now, neither of us are huge fans of this car.
No, it's not a good looking car in our view.
No.
Again... It probably doesn't... Well, it doesn't handle probably anywhere near as well as the Continental. It's not particularly good off-road.
I would rather get myself... If obviously I'm looking for a four-door Bentley, I'd probably go for the Flying Spur.
Yeah.
I think it's better looking because it's taking its styling cues more from the new Bentley Continental. It's just stretched out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do want a four-wheel drive for whatever reason... Just get a Range Rover.
Yeah.
You're not going to be lacking for luxury in there.
No, you're not. Exactly,
it's half the price, if not less, in some cases.
And in a lot of cases, you're getting twice the car with its capabilities.
Yeah, off-road, in most off-road situations, you obviously have off-road tyres on, not just road tyres, but even road tyres, it will just take the Bentley to the cleaners.
So what we've decided to do was we decided to go for the W12 straight away.
Yeah, so it's actually the speed model.
Yeah, we've gone for the W12 one because we feel that, look, if I'm having a Bentley, even if it's a Bentayga, and obviously this is from a guy who is I am kind of environmentally conscious, but even I can't not have that W12.
No.
The allure is too much.
Well, I think the point of this is making a bad car as good as it can be.
Exactly, so why not put the best engine Bentley makes into it?
Yeah.
So W12 it is. We've also gone for the Marlin blue colour with it.
Yeah.
We both love this.
Very,
it's a
very nice
deep
colour.
blue. Genuinely, this is the best I've ever seen it look externally for me. I think it's the best colour. Just very understated, very regal almost.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Lovely. So we've done that as well. Now, the interior was a bit more of my sort of royal. So I went for porpoise and brunel split.
Yeah.
So it's grey and probably a darker grey. Now, I know that sounds boring, but again, I'm just trying to make it a little bit inconspicuous. It's better than just having black, because black is just your standard sort of stuff that everything comes with. One of the decals we both did agree on, though, was we got the Bentley badge sewn into the seat as a sport to speed. And
yeah,
we thought
it's just a bit classier.
Yeah, and also, again, it's making a car I'm not a huge fan of, something I want, and Bentley badge would be nice in there.
Yeah.
So we've gone for the carbon fibre decal on the dashboard.
It's real carbon fibre.
Yeah, exactly, it's real carbon fibre. Again, it's a little bit understated. It's not glitz and glamour.
Yeah, because what I would think is, obviously, in some Bentleys you do see a lot of wood.
Yes.
Now, I don't mind that in any stretch of the way, but I think because obviously this tones in a bit better with the colours of leather that you've chosen, but also as well, it just brings the noise down. It doesn't, because some of the wood can be very bright. You should go for a mahogany or something like that. But even though it's too glossy, this is just a nice finish. I think it blends in well.
I think it helps with the understated tone that we're trying to go for here. Just try and slip below the radar, I guess.
Yeah. The only thing, if it was me, now it's not criticism, I would change the grey leather.
Yeah.
That's just personally not to my taste, but other than that, that is pretty much bang on.
Interior-wise, we put a bar in there.
We did put the bar in there.
If you sat in the back, you want the bar.
Yeah.
Again, we're trying to make it somewhere we want to be.
Yeah. Also, as well, you did specify the 2 individual seats in the back rather than the bench of 3.
Yes, I did, yeah.
So this, obviously, like you said, that does offer the bar and the glasses and the fridge and everything like that. It also gives you your armrests, and I don't know what that is, but probably something else that just slots down the middle so you could put skis through, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good spot.
Not that we ever go skiing, and I don't plan on doing, but it's a nice thing to have.
As far as the alloys are concerned, again, I went understated. I got the 22-inch speed alloy wheel, silver painted, so I'm just trying to not do anything too crazy.
Well, to be fair, when we were doing this, we looked at the black option. So what this did was black out the wheels, all the side chrome was black, the little Bentley emblem on the side was all blacked out. And it just was a bit too much. I think this looks a bit classier.
Yes, you see, I quite like the chrome detailing, actually. I think with the Marlin Blue, it's quite understated.
Yeah.
And again, I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I'm not normally a fan of chrome, but that actually does tie in quite well.
Yeah, so that's just a general overview of what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we even got a price for this, so I dread to think what I've done.
Bentley don't offer prices. I'm pretty sure, I think the Bentley Bentayga starts, is it around 180? I'm not sure, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing this will be over 200 grand, if not around now than that, because you've actually picked quite a lot of optional equipment to go on as well.
Yes. So as you say, we've got the Mulliner console drinks cooler. We've got the clock with the dark mother of pearl face.
Yeah,
so
there was
again,
2 options on that, wasn't there?
You had the white mother of pearl face and the dark one. Again, with the interior that I've chosen, the dark one was certainly the way to go with that. We got the valet key and the remote control garage door opener. So we really put in quite a lot of the the options.
He did pick, because he's a classy chap, even though this was by my influence, the LED welcome lamps. So when you open your car, your puddle light is the Bentley logo rather than just a light.
Yes.
I know it's a tacky feature, but I quite like that.
I quite like it as well. As I say, Range Rover do that as well, and I quite like it.
Like mine's just a beam of light.
Do Audi do the Audi rings?
Yes.
Yeah, you see, I don't know.
Ford do offer the Ford badge as well.
That's really cool.
I didn't have that, obviously, on mine, but mine's just a light. But I quite like it, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Also, you've got for the parking heater. So if it's winter and you know you're going to be out your car in about 10 minutes and you don't want to get in a cold car because it's freezing, bam, your heater on.
Again, it's trying to make it a place I actually want to be in.
Yeah, which you don't normally wouldn't. And you've picked a first aid kit for some reason.
You never know.
Because you might end up sitting in there and thinking, I really don't want to be here anymore.
And we also spec the warning triangle. I'm sure you wouldn't get ripped off as much if you went to Halfords and got those.
No, I don't know why. This is another thing beef with me. I don't know why manufacturers charge so damn much for optional extras, which you can just get the exact same thing for like a £5 anywhere else. But anyway, that is it. So that was probably a nice place to wrap up this episode.
Yes,
obviously, again, you can tune in next week. We'll be back for another one. And again, all social media links are below. So if you want to get in touch, suggest any topics or submit any questions or anything like that, by all means do.
Yeah, please.
We'll be happy to answer that, obviously, if they are safe to be aired, which I've had some that haven't been. And then we will be back next week. And hopefully, if you have submitted, we'll answer your question.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
See you later. Bye-bye.